It's been a turbulent stretch for the Chicago Bears defense, and nowhere is that more apparent than in the secondary. What was supposed to be one of the team's most stable units has suddenly been riddled with injuries, forcing the front office to act quickly. In the wake of Monday's practice, the Bears moved decisively, adding three new defensive backs to reinforce depth and keep the defense competitive: Mark Perry, Mekhi Garner, and Kaleb Hayes. This isn't just a minor roster tweak, it's a strategic move born from necessity. The injury list for the Bears' defensive backfield has grown longer than anyone in the organization would like to admit. Jalen Johnson, the team star corner and one of the NFL's best man coverage specialists, is dealing with a leg injury. While the expectation is that he'll return by week 1, losing his presence in training camp has been felt both in practice reps and in the locker room. Kyler Garden, another key contributor in the secondary, is sidelined with a hamstring issue. Those can be tricky injuries, sometimes healed in 2 weeks, sometimes lingering for much longer, leaving the Bears to prepare for the possibility of being without him early in the season. Major Burns has been battling a knee problem that limits his ability to cut, accelerate, and plant, critical skills for a safety. Meanwhile, Terrell Smith went down with a groin injury in the preseason clash against the Miami Dolphins, an injury known for being slow to heal and highly susceptible to re-aggravation. On top of that, Airspeed was released following an injury, ending his stint in Chicago before he could make a sustained impact. In total, 5 defensive backs, 3 of them significant contributors, are either unavailable or playing at less than 100%. For a team looking to sharpen its coverage unit under defensive backs coach Al Harris, this is a problem that required immediate solutions. General Manager Ryan Poles wasted no time coordinating with Harris to bring in fresh talent with size, athleticism, and upside. After a series of 8 tryouts during Monday's practice, the Bears zeroed in on 3 players they believe can handle the demands of the position group: Perry, Gardner, and Hayes. These signings are not just about filling bodies for camp, they're about finding players who can compete for depth spots, contribute on special teams, and if necessary, step into starting roles. The Bears' defensive philosophy has been trending toward bigger, longer athletes who can cover ground and challenge receivers at the catch point. This strategy mirrors the modern NFL's move toward matching the size of bigger wideouts and tight ends. All 3 new additions fit that mold in different ways, and they arrive with something in common. Each is an undrafted player looking to prove himself. That hunger could be exactly what the Bears need in this moment of adversity. Before we dive into how each player fits into Chicago's plans, a quick note for those following along with the latest updates. Before listening to the rest of this breakdown, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a Bears update. This is where you'll get all the insider coverage, roster moves, and behind-the-scenes stories straight from Hollis Hall. Let's move on to the new arrivals. Mark Perry, versatile safety depth. Mark Perry's arrival addresses a clear need. With Major Burns sidelined and the starting safety tandem of Jaquan Brisker and Kevin Byard needing depth behind them, Perry could find himself getting meaningful preseason snaps. At 6'0" and 213 pounds, Perry is built for physicality. His collegiate career began at Colorado before transferring to TCU, where he capped off his senior season with 58 total tackles, 5 pass breakups, and an impressive ability to limit quarterbacks to a sub-70 passer rating when targeting him. What stands out about Perry is his testing profile. He ran the 40-yard dash in 4.42 seconds, leaped 37 inches vertically, and recorded an explosive 10'11" broad jump. That combination of speed and lower body power allows him to cover ground quickly, close on ball carriers, and contest passes against taller receivers. Though he entered the league undrafted in 2024, Perry spent time on both the Miami Dolphins and Tennessee Titans practice squads, gaining exposure to different defensive schemes. While he hasn't played in a regular season NFL game, his preseason reps have shown a willingness to come downhill and run support and deliver clean, hard hits. In Chicago, Perry will likely begin as a rotational safety and special teams contributor. However, the Bears have a history of undrafted defensive backs rising through the ranks, and Perry's athleticism gives him a legitimate shot to impress coaches before the roster cutdown. Mekhi Garner's size, strength, and Super Bowl pedigree. Mekhi Garner brings something rare for a mid-August signing: experience in a Super Bowl winning environment. Though his role with the Philadelphia Eagles over the past 2 seasons was primarily on the practice squad and special teams, he trained daily against one of the NFL's most explosive offenses. Standing at 6'2" and 212 pounds, Gardner has the frame to match up against big-bodied wideouts and tight ends. His 4.55-second 40-yard dash might not make him a pure burner, but paired with a 38.5-inch vertical leap and 10'8" broad jump, he becomes a dangerous red zone defender who can win contested ball situations. A product of LSU, Gardner played 13 games in his final college season, racking up 42 tackles, 8 pass deflections, and 2 tackles for loss. His long arms, 32 inches, and large hands, 10 inches, help him disrupt passing lanes and secure interceptions when given the opportunity. For Bears fans, Gardner's fit is obvious. Defensive backs coach Al Harris has consistently favored taller, longer players who can press at the line and disrupt timing routes. Gardner's skill set makes him a prime candidate to cover bigger receivers in the NFC North. Think matchups against players like the Vikings' T.J. Hawkinson or the Packers' Christian Watson. His familiarity with veteran safety Kevin Byard from their overlapping time in Philadelphia could also help him adapt quickly to the Bears' defensive communication system. While it remains to be seen if Gardner cracks the final 53-man roster, his combination of size, leaping ability, and competitive experience gives him a real chance. Kaleb Hayes, blazing speed with special teams potential. If Perry brings versatility and Gardner brings size, Kaleb Hayes brings pure, unfiltered speed. Clocked at 4.33 seconds in the 40-yard dash, Hayes would immediately become the fastest player in Chicago's secondary. That's elite-level acceleration, comparable to top-tier NFL receivers, which could make him an invaluable asset in coverage against deep threats. At 6'0" and 189 pounds, Hayes isn't the biggest corner on the field, but his 40-inch vertical and 10'8" broad jump allow him to contest passes above the rim. His arm length, 32 inches, gives him reach beyond what his frame might suggest, helping him break up passes, even when trailing slightly in coverage. Hayes' path to the NFL has been a winding one. After playing at Oregon State and BYU, he went undrafted in 2023 but caught on with multiple teams, including the Jacksonville Jaguars, New York Giants, Denver Broncos, and Green Bay Packers, mostly on practice squads. He has seen limited regular season action but has valuable experience on special teams, a role that could secure his roster spot in Chicago. During his senior season at BYU, Hayes recorded 36 total tackles in 12 games, showcasing a willingness to be physical despite his leaner build. His makeup speed allows him to recover quickly if beaten off the line, and his tackling form is fundamentally sound for a player with his athletic profile. The Bears coaching staff could see Hayes as a gunner on punt coverage or as an emergency kick returner, maximizing his speed in open space. With several special teams contributors currently injured, Hayes' path to making the roster might be clearer than it seems. While mid-August signings rarely make headlines beyond training camp circles, these 3 additions tell us a lot about where the Chicago Bears stand heading into the heart of the preseason. The moves show that this front office is unwilling to gamble on player health and depth, especially in the defensive backfield, where injuries can derail a season in a hurry. The NFC North is loaded with passing game threats. Whether it's the precision of Jared Goff in Detroit, the emerging deep ball skills of Jordan Love in Green Bay, or the athleticism of Minnesota's receiving core, Chicago's defense needs to be ready for aerial assaults every single week. A depleted secondary simply can't survive in this environment. By adding Perry, Gardner, and Hayes, the Bears accomplish 3 things. 1. Immediate depth, even if none of the three end up starting in week 1. They provide insurance during the preseason, allowing Chicago to rest injured starters without compromising practice intensity. 2. Special teams reinforcement injuries haven't just hit the secondary, they've impacted special teams units. Players like Hayes and Gardner can step into coverage roles, while Perry could contribute as a punt protector or on kick coverage. 3. Long-term development. The Bears are building a secondary that is bigger, faster, and more versatile. All three signings fit that vision and could be developed into rotational contributors for 2025 and beyond. The next test for these newcomers will be the upcoming preseason matchup against the Buffalo Bills at Soldier Field. Expect all three to get snaps, not just in garbage time, but in meaningful series that will test their ability to execute defensive assignments, handle communication in coverage, and make plays when targeted. For the injured players, Johnson, Garden, Burns, and Smith, the hope is still that most will be available by the start of the regular season. But the Bears' cautious approach suggests they won't rush anyone back before they're fully healthy. That's a smart long-term move, even if it means leaning on new faces in the short term. Training camp is about competition, and for Perry, Gardner, and Hayes, this is the opportunity they've been waiting for. If they can stand out over the next few weeks, they might just turn an injury-driven signing into a career-defining moment.